Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Time now is 5:05 a.m. Sunday morning. I am preparing juice for my customers. Um, yeah. Well, it's something that's been heavy on my mind. Sorry for all the noise, but something been heavy on my mind to talk about for some time now. So, as some people may know, or many of you know, my husband and I bought a house back in 2023. Probably one of the most difficult times in the market. Um, but by the grace of the Most High, we were able to secure what we had to do. And if anyone is a homeowner, anyone, you already know the maintenance of house is insane. But just to obtain one, so now I'm talking to the people, not just homeowners, but people who actually went through the process themselves, or with your spouse, or whoever you went through the process with, to obtain a home. Everybody know you become, well, not everyone, but just about the middle class families become house poor for a little bit, right? And I guess that's normal. Obviously, you buy a house based on your income, so you ain't poor for real. You just for that moment, and then of course when you first buy a house, you got to do a whole bunch of stuff. Like, you want to get it cleaned. They say they clean it, but you want to get it professionally cleaned. You want to change out this or that, whatever the case may be. Right? These are beats, guys. See my hands. But you become house poor, if that makes sense, right? And so, in my special case, my husband decided to take me off of my job. So our kids were already homeschooled. So we were just kind of tag teaming it along with, my kids some of them are older, so they were kind of able to hold it down anyway. Um, but my husband decided to take me off my job. What does that mean? Well, he took me off my job. Like, I stopped working. So it was obtain the house, wife stops working, and the business will make room for whatever it is that I need to, that we need to have. Well, as you guys know, we have been in a recession, even though they're just announcing it, but we've been in a full deal recession for the past, I want to say, year and a half, 2 years, to be honest with you. They're just announcing it. But anybody that know, my husband is a trader, and so the markets were pretty tough, right? Stock market was pretty tough. If you know, you know. So anyways, with that being said, um, things were really, really, really different for us. Um, had some employee shortages, some people canceling their, contracts with us, just because, again, we were in a recession and no one really talked about it for real. Um, and yeah, so ideal picture: we buy a house. I'm not working. Um, Business is slow. Um, all of our business was kind of slow. Even commercial, as far as my arts and crafts business go, um, things were very quiet. And so we went through this season of trying to pivot and, trying to figure things out. And things just were not, ideal. And I don't know if you go back and think about back in 2008 when everything crashed and things were not good. People, but millionaires were made in that time because only the strong survive. You have to know how to pivot. You have to know how to, figure out the next move. especially if you're a business owner. When you're a 9 to 5, you're just a 9 to 5. It's kind of what it is, right? So with that being said, we went through that period, and so I just wanted to come on and say, first of all, something I said in another one of my videos: don't judge a book, by the chapter you walked in someone's life. That's first and foremost. And second of all, I wanted to say, people be strong in those seasons. Your marriage, your kids, your regular life, your friends, your family, all those things can be, touched during those times, good or bad, because those are seasons where that are not in your control. I'm still grateful that I'm able to be a stay-at-home mom and wife. And yes, I get in the field sometime and do some things for our business, or I might go sub like twice a month or something like that. But I'm grateful, even though it definitely didn't go the way we planned it. Um, but it went the way the Most High allowed, and He's been our, our keeper throughout it all. So seasons don't stay the same, guys. So I guess my testimony here is that, one, don't be discouraged from buying a home. Two, don't be discouraged for being a stay-at-home mom or wife. I mean, it may not always be the picture perfect that you have, but I can't take away the time that I spend with my family, and or meals that I prepare when I cook, or just being on demand for my family. If I was wise enough back then, I wish I would have been into that life, years ago, or was able to be into that life years ago. And so I guess, again, my message is for people not to be discouraged for buying a home, not to be discouraged for being a stay-at-home mom, even when it doesn't, or a wife, even when it doesn't look ideal, and for people not to judge you based on the chapter they walked in on your life, because there's some people that walked in on my chapter at that time, and we were not in the chapter that we've been in for a while, or we were not in the chapter that, we're in now. And so, I just want people to be mindful of the seasons you walk in on people's lives. I want people to be mindful of the reality of buying a home. Yeah. And I want people to also be mindful of, allowing the Most High to order your steps in every situation that you have, and for you to be grateful and less prideful, and to, continue to push forward no matter the season that you're in, because some seasons are temporary, and, we have to buckle down and handle them as such. So I just wanted to get on here and say that it just really dawned on me, because I think when I tell some people, like, or even family members, like, oh, we were house poor, I realize, you get a house based on your income. So after 2 or 3 months, you can kind of bounce back. But in our case, my husband was nice enough to let me get off my job at the same time. And then the economy went to haywire, or went haywire. And so it was just a time, and grateful for that season, grateful for things that happened in that season, because we just grow, and we grew, and we're still growing, and I'm so grateful. So I just want to drop that nugget on you guys. If you ever feel discouraged about buying a house, if you ever, women, if you ever feel discouraged about being a stay-at-home wife or mom, it's all worth it. I'm so grateful for this season. So many things happen in this season that mine is blown. That's all I'll say. So with that said, you guys be good. Send some special love my way for my new adventure that I'm doing with my juicing. This was some beets. This is my first time doing beets. They say your hands get all red and everything get red. So I made sure that this area that I'm in is, yeah, it's not messy. So y'all take care and love y'all. Be good. And till next time. Catch y'all. Peace.